Yeah. So, yeah. The other way, I'll just show you. Okay. Yeah. So the other way to create a macro, using, macro variables is using parameters. Okay. So mainly, in these kind of parameters, it'll be only the local macro variables. Okay. So there are two types of parameters. One is position parameters, other one is keyword parameters. Okay. So position parameters are something that you know, you mention the number of macro variables. Okay. Number of macro variables in an order. During the creation of macros. Okay. And when you invoke them, okay, when you invoke them, you have to make sure all the respective data points which you pass which you pass while invoking should match the order of these position parameters. Getting it, ma'am?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So for example, if I consider this proc import, so what does proc import have? Proc import data file equal to file, out equal to dataset name, dbms equal to ma'am, can someone turn off the mic? Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah. So proc import equal to data file equal to file. I mean file in the sense I know the yeah, file in the sense the kind of file. Next one is uh, out equal to dataset name. Okay, and dbms equal to the dbms. Okay, which is the wonder what kind of extension it has. Okay, for example, so our parameters are our position in this way. First is file, second one is dataset name, third is dbms. So what is so what should so what do we have in data file equal to file? It should ideally the first parameter should be this one, the file name with the extension, right? In our import. And next one should be the dataset name, and last one should be the dbms. Okay, so let's try what happens if we just uh, a second. I'll just import some file. Okay, I'll import this one. Okay, yeah. So you see now, ma'am, so what happens now if I'm in this way? Okay, so the import gets free. Sorry, putting a name. And now let's try the same thing here. What happened? There's something there. I see some issue in the file. Okay, right, ma'am. Uh, yeah. So you saw it, right? Okay, okay. My bad. My bad. Happening again. There's some issue with the Excel file, is it? Let me find some better Excel file. Yeah, I'll use this one. Yeah, the same thing. If I do this one, you see, so the no, the import got failed because the reason, ma'am, the first parameter is file. Okay, ideally, no, this should be the first parameter, right? So, but we gave XLS or XLSX, no, whichever be required, and next one should be no, the dataset name. So here, what happens is file. This file will consider this XLSX. Okay, so data file equal to XLSX and out equal to this file name and no and its location, and DBM is equal to some dataset name. So that's the reason, no, that's the reason we just got this particular error stating this one. Okay, expecting a name syntax error. So always make sure, whenever we use position parameters, okay, we have to make sure the positions mentioned at the first, during the macro creation, and it should match the positions that we are using while invoking it. Got it, ma'am?
Yeah.
Yeah. Next one. Yeah. The same thing. Next one also. So, for example, I mean, this particular thing goes with all types of files, ma'am. It's not that only Excel. It's any type of file. Always make sure you follow this parameter. So that's the reason we call it as a position parameters. The position which you give, it's very important. Okay. Next one is keyword parameters. So keyword parameters are something that it should always be given in this way. Okay. The parameter name equal followed by equal to. Okay. Parameter name followed by equal to, and again in this way. Okay, so this is a proc G plot where we use it for to have a graphical representation of a data. Okay, so here we are mentioning, so here we are invoking the data. Okay, so here v axis is equal to name, h axis is equal to height, and dsn equal to sasab dot class. If you see here, we are not following any kind of a position in it, right? Because we are mentioning dsn equal to, we are mentioning parameter equal to. So once we mention no parameter equal to even here, so SAS will automatically consider the particular parameter equal to the respective data or the data point given. Got it, ma'am?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, if you see here, there's the plot which we have. So in this one, position is not important. Just the keywords are important. Make sure, position can be anything, because if you use this v-axis, it'll, SAS will automatically, recognize the particular v-axis and consider the value, which is being given after the equal to symbol. Clear, ma'am? Any questions on this one?
It's clear.
Okay. Next one. No, the same thing. Okay. Proc import data equal to whichever you want. There is no data, demo data. Let's try with some other thing. Okay. Okay. So once you run this particular macro men statement, okay, you don't need to run for every for each and every macro invocation. Okay. So, you can run this particular print statement, this print macro anyway in the entire SAS program by just invoking it. So, okay, there is no need to run the macro program again and again. Got it, ma'am? The same thing here. Proc print equal data set name run. Clear, ma'am? Any questions on the position parameters?
No.
Okay. So next, we'll go to the do statement. So do loops. So that's, how to use do loops in terms of macros. Okay. So as you know, so what does this, just tell me, ma'am, what do we get in the output data set if I use this particular, if I run this statement, this particular code, do I equal 1 to 10, output and stop. What will I have values in the I column in the output window?
I will have 1 to 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to 10.
Sure, ma'am?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So what happens if I just simply use output stop? Sorry, output end. That's it. I'll remove stop. What happens now, ma'am?
Yeah. If stop is not there,
Hmm.
there will be some error.
Error. No, we went through this
Yeah, yeah.
quite many times. Yeah. That's the reason. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, na? Yeah. Okay. Did we? This is what would happen if I use equal output n. Okay. So this stop and uh, okay. Yeah. And what happens if I what is the other case, ma'am? No. You remember it?
If end is after stop.
Okay. Uh,
For one output, we get I equal to 1
okay. Yeah.
and it
Now.
stops.
Okay. Yeah. Hmm? Yeah. And what is the next case here? So what if I just remove end? What happens?
For do, we need end. So we
So
get 1
we get one.
and that's it.
Sure, ma'am. Just think again. We get error. Okay. I told you, right, ma'am?
Yes. Yeah, for do, we
For
need
do,
end.
yeah, we need end. We need end.
Hmm.
End can be of anywhere, but we need end. We need to end it
Yeah.
with the help of end. Okay. Yeah. This. Yeah. Uh. Yeah. Yeah. So no, that is no. Let's start with do loops. So before that, okay. Um. Just a second. Yeah. So appending. So appending, right? Uh, proc append data equal to DSS and data equal to. So proc append base equal to master data and data equal to transactional data. Okay. So this is something that um, for example, in real time, what happens is, ma'am, we'll have huge data sets. okay, as the master data sets. So what we do is whenever we have some transactional data or no or some kind of a new data to be ingested, what we do, we just don't use no, we just don't use the master data directly. Okay, we simply ingest a new data to the master data. Okay, so here what we're what we're doing is, for example, we have multiple data sets. Okay, multiple data sets to ingest. We simply just we simply write proc append base equal to data master data set name, data equal to the transactional data or the new data with the or the new data set with the new data. Force is something that just append it by 4. That's it. Okay, run min. And if I once call this, so our DS1 data, there is no DS1 data. Just a second. So our class data will append this DSS data. Okay, and again and again, if I use the same thing, I'll just I just have to, if I have a new data, I'll just have to simply make sure to run this new step and again to run this new step. Okay, got it, ma'am? So that's the proc append.
So, can
Yeah,
you explain again what new step we have to run?
just I'll just explain. Yes, second. Macros. I'll just sorry, ma'am. What new step? What? I didn't get you.
Like there are three data sets.
Mm-hmm.
So we can at a time attend all the three, or we have to run separately for each data set.
Yeah, for each either we can run all three at once. There's no problem in it. Okay.
Uh-huh.
For example, you have so you come tomorrow. Okay, you come tomorrow. I mean, today today you ran one data set. You come tomorrow. You call
Mm-hmm.
this macro, and again you run this. Okay. Yeah. For example,
Okay.
you have three data sets at once. Run this at once. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. So it'll happen one after the other because after this gets appended, after this gets invoked, the next thing is it goes to this, and next thing is it goes to this. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So the same way, okay, it's already mentioned here. No issues, no issues. Yeah. Uh, yeah. For example, I'll run this particular step. Okay. So tell me what happens here, ma'am, in this step.
Here we are creating five data sets using
Okay.
SAS help class.
Okay. So what data will have in 5 datasets?
The same SAS help class data will be present in all.
Okay. So you mean each dataset will have 19 observations, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So let's decode this one by one.
Mhm.
With running all the datasets. For example, you have 10 datasets to run. Okay. Instead of writing
Okay.
10, instead of writing this kind of 10 steps, right? Even if you have 10 datasets,
Mm.
you have to write 10 datasets, no 10 steps, right? So instead of
Yeah.
that, let's use the do loops with the help of proc append. Okay. First thing is, okay, you have 10 datasets. So each dataset have in common is each dataset will end with 1, 2, 3, and so on. Or 5 datasets. Take 5 datasets. Each one, each dataset will end with a suffix of 1, 2, 3, and so on. Okay. So what you do? Okay. The first thing is whenever you use do loops in terms of macros, you have to mention it in this way. Okay. Percentage do, just like do I equal to 1 to 5. So this is what
Mm-hmm.
we write in a normal way, right? So the only
Yeah.
change here is we mention percentage here, and again
Percent
percentage
two.
here. Okay, that's the only change.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. And next step, what I'm doing is percentage let var1. Okay, normal variable one. Var1 in the sense it's a macro variable. Okay, var1 sysfunc. Why do you use sysfunc, ma'am?
It is the automatic variable
Yeah, yeah. Why do we use it?
to perform a function like cat function.
Yeah, and then whenever
Here,
we use a function in
hmm,
macros, okay, no, we
we use
can't use
sysfunc.
the, yeah, exactly. No, we can't use the functions that, directly into the macros. So we use sysfunc.
Okay.
Okay. No, we have few macros, we have few macro functions. Okay, like in terms of percentage scan, percentage substring in that way. But instead of no, sorry, instead of remembering all those kind of new functions, we can simply use percentage
Sysfunc.
sysfunc. Okay. So what does
Yeah.
cat do? Cat concatenates how many data points we give. Okay. So here we are providing ampersand ds, ampersand I. So what are these two, ma'am?
Mhm.
Two macro variables,
These
right?
are the, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, two macro variables. Now for now, we'll just stick, stick on a on a layman term. So after that, what is the prime duty here? We need to append data. Okay, data from,
Hmm.
we need to append data to the base data set, which is DSS, right?
Yeah.
Proc append base equal to DSS, data equal to ampersand var1 force, run. So as you know, do should end with n. We mention n. Then men. Okay. Run this particular thing. So here what's happening? I am mentioning do I equal to 1 to 5. Let var1 equals to sysfunc of cat ds ampersand ds ampersand I. Proc append ds is var1 force run and mend. Okay. So here what happens is, if I just decode one by one. So first thing is I calls to, when we invoke this particular Mac1 of ds, okay, Mac1 of ds. So what happens is, first thing, I equal to 1. So we'll have I equal to 1. Sorry, I equal to 1. So what? So here what happens is percentage do is also an other macro, other macro where it is useful to create a macro variable. So it creates a macro variable called I. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So in terms of direct, in terms of data step, we use do I equal to 1 to 5, right? So in it, I will be as a new variable, right, ma'am?
Yeah.
Yeah. So here, percentage do will create I as a new macro variable. Got it?
Okay.
Yeah. So first, once we invoke it, first the loop goes through in this way. It first reads I equal to 1, and then what is var1? Var1. Var1 equal to, okay, var1 equal to what? No, so sysfunc of cat of ds ampersand I. So what is ampersand ds, ma'am? We are giving it as direct ds, right?
Mm.
Okay. So it means it'll have ds. What is ampersand I?
One.
Exactly, 1. So it will be ds1. So our new variable called var1, our new method variable var1 will, when we invoke it, it will give us the data of ds1. Okay. Now what happens in proc append base equal to dss data equal to what will we have? No, what will we have, ma'am?
DS1.
Yeah, ds1,
DS1.
ds1. Okay, run. So this will be the first one. So this ds1 will gets appended to the dss data. Got it, ma'am? Yeah.
Mm.
The same thing happens for loop 2. The 2, DS2, and again DS2. This will happen to
Mm.
DS2.
Yes.
Okay. Until 5 loops, it runs. Okay. What we are giving here is just
Okay.
DS because we know what we know before, all the data sets are same, but it only ends with the prefix of numbers starting from 1 to so on, right? So that's the reason we give here a
Okay.
DS. Okay, right, ma'am? Now here we know we can give our,
Yeah.
here we can give our own, whichever name we want. But in order to make
Okay.
sure everything is in line, we give a similar name or a easy name, which is easier to code it. Okay, we give DS here. So once I run this
Yeah.
particular thing, okay, yeah, you see, uh, sorry, my bad. Total. Okay, first thing is, oh, it seems DS. No, DSS already have few data. Okay, what we do is demo DS and we'll keep it as someone. Okay, let's run this. Result. Okay. So first DS1 19 and then 38. Okay. And then 57 DS3 and then 76. Right. And then 95. Total five
Okay.
data sets. Okay. Total we'll have 95 observation in a data set. So total was 95, total call 5. Right now?
Yeah.
So this is what we do whenever we have a huge data sets to happen in one master data set. Right now? The usage of do loops and how do we code step by step. First step is what is the requirement? Either to use do loops or some other loop. So we use do loops here because we have a particular data to loop on. Okay, 1 to 5. Next one, let var 1 equals is func of cat of ds ampersand. So what is ampersand ds will have? Just ds. So we'll concatenate, we'll concatenate ds with 1 to 5. And again, usage of our main code, which is proc append. And then end, because do loop should always end with end. And then ment. They call your macro. Clear, ma'am?
Yeah.
Any questions on this one?
No.
No. Next one. Next one. Yeah. Okay. So here, second, what is this example? Let me see. Okay. We run this portion here. Seems to be a different macro, but anyways, we have in this one. Leave it out. percentage in this way. Percentage let var equal to. Now let's see what happens. There's nothing. Okay. Let's leave this out now. Mhm. Some unknown example. Yeah. So next one. Yeah. So let's go. No, let's go with the other example. So, these are not mentioned in our handout, ma'am. So I just took it from a Google, web, some local source, some internet source. Okay. Let's see. What is this one? Some count. Okay. Okay. Let's go to the example, ma'am. Okay. So first thing is what we're doing is do I equal to 1 to count. Okay. Ampersand. Okay. Ampersand count. So here we're mentioning count as 15. Okay. 1 to 15, right? And then pay 1 equal to payment of payment for visit 1 and put put main label. If I run this particular statement, take this one, for example, equal to n, val equals 10, what means data equal to input flash tab, report equal to import. Okay, this is a better example. Something happened to our, it's not giving out results. Let's, mm, second, ma'am. Something happened to a macro. Just a moment.
Yeah.
Input equal to import. Do we have an import of input or input? I don't think I have an import. Check, do you have any kind of import data set? Q1, Q2 class equal to BU. So check, do you have any kind of a library for this one? Data. Ma'am, you remember this Q1, Q2 example we discussed somewhere? Do you remember it, ma'am? Anyone?
Yeah.
Yes, the okay. Now it makes sense. Got me. If you open proc means, I guess we use it in the proc means, right? Q1, Q2. Yeah, yeah. Okay, let me import this file. What's happening? Oh, might be an open code. I'll do one thing. I'll close this session. I'll sign out. There's a problem with the macros now. Whenever you see, it comes to an open code, no, then, it won't run, it won't run anything. Okay. So, open code is something, what happens is whenever, you just run a particular macro with some kind of a missing semicolon or missing quotations. Okay. So
Okay.
it will be a open code. So once that happens, you have to close the entire session and then restart it. Okay.
Okay.
So even for now, even in this session that happened to us. So that's the reason, whatever we ran wasn't appearing in the log.
Okay.
Yeah. So should be very careful on this, on those kind of situations. Yeah. So let me open this particular, import this data set. Yeah. So it's done. Okay. Okay. So before running this, so here, what are we doing here, ma'am? So proc means we have input data, right? So in class, what are we using, ma'am? Class equal to BU. Ma'am, do you remember the data in it, or shall I show you the data?
Show the
Hello?
data, ma'am.
Yeah. So there's the BU data, and we have Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Okay. So this is the business unit. We have its quarterly earnings. Okay. This considered in that way. Right, ma'am?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So once we open this, so here what are we doing? Proc means data equal to input, no print anyway. Ma'am, you remember anyway, right? Hello?
Um,
You remember Envy?
um, no.
Uh, okay. No, remember, no, ma'am, you remember taking combinations of different
Yes, yes.
class variables. So what does Envy do?
NV gives the total number of combinations we get.
Not total, but it's the highest number of combinations. Okay?
Highest.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Class. So we in class, what are we using? We are using only one variable, bu. Okay. In var. Yeah. So in var, we are using this particular called val, no, val macro variable. Output out equal to some data set name. It should have mean and median with an auto name. Okay. So this is a condition. This we are applying on this data set. Okay. So how are we applying? First thing is personal let n equal to sysfunc of count w ampersand var. So what is count w? Now count w is something that it counts the number of words in a particular string. Okay. So this is a function. The count w is also a function where it counts the number of characters in a string or words in a string. Okay, number of words in a character string. Got it, ma'am?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Next one is do I equal to 1 to n ampersand n. So from where n comes? N comes from here. Okay. Next, person is let val equal to some val can be a variable, macro variable equal to percentage scan. Okay. So I told you, right, we have some inbuilt macro functions. Either we can use scan with the help of percentage sysfun or directly we can use percentage scan. Ma'am, remember, right? What does scan do? Ma'am, what does scan do?
Scan, like, it gives the string position. Scan is a function for a character function. It gives the position of a string.
Position of a
Position of the
string.
character in a string.
Does it give a position or do we need to give the position?
We need to give the position. We can extract the
Hmm.
substring.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, it won't give the position. No,
Yeah, sorry. We have
yeah,
to give the position, then we can extract the substring.
right. So here,
Yeah.
what do we have? We have two arguments here. One is ampersand var, which is this one. Okay. Other one is comma ampersand I. What is ampersand I? I should come here. Got it, ma'am? Do I equal to 1?
Okay.
1 to number of arguments. Next one. Proc means data equal to input. What is input? We have given input. Print envy. Class variable, class, ampersand class. We use class as BU. In vars, we used ampersand val. Okay. What does val have? Uh, these no, no, whatever we mentioned in this particular statement. So in the output, I should have output ampersand I. What is I? 1 to and so 1 to number of variables. Mean equal to median equal to. Let's run this portion. Yeah. You see here. So how many we got, ma'am? We got BU. Q1 medium, Q2 Q1 medium, Q1 mode. Sorry, Q1 mean, Q1 median, right? In output 2 we have Q2 mean, Q2 median. Right, ma'am? Any questions in this part? Or do you want me to explain this again?
Yeah, please.
Okay. So so tell me, where are you getting confused, ma'am?
Once explain that ampersand var,
Okay.
how we'll get that variable.
Let me just bring this up. Uh,
Mm.
okay. Now what happens here? The first thing is, personal let n equal to sysfunc of count w of ampersand var. So what will n have? So as I said previously, count w counts the number of words in a particular
Characters in the string.
no
Yeah.
number of words in a particular character string. Okay. So how
Okay.
many we have? We have in var we have q1, q2,
Cute. Okay.
total two, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, two. So we have two. So n equal to two. Sorry, two. Okay, next one. If n equal to two, so how many loops will we have? I equal to 1 to 1 to
2.
exact 2. So so we'll have two loops, right?
Mm-hmm.
Next one. So what is val? Val equal to, so what is scan? Percentage scan. So in percentage scan we have given two arguments. One is ampersand var comma ampersand I. So what is
Yeah.
ampersand var? Ma'am, what is ampersand var?
Q1 and Q2.
Right. Q1, Q2. Right? We are given 1.
Yeah.
So if you give 1, which one should be coming first?
Q1.
Exactly. So our value will be Q1. Okay.
Okay.
Next one. So now what does the proc means? Proc means proc data equal to import. Right. Right. It's a direct invocation. Input, we
Mm-hmm.
have import.
Okay.
Import. Next one. No print anyway. Next one. Class. It's a direct invocation BU. Next one.
Okay.
Vars. Now tell me what will vars have? Vars we have mentioned val.
Q. Yeah. Q1
Yeah.
and Q2.
Okay. So for the first loop, what will
First
have?
Q1.
Q1.
Q1. We'll have
Right.
Q1.
Q1. Right. Then next output out equal to. So what is out? Ampersand I. What is ampersand I?
1.
Exactly. So for the first iteration, it'll use Q1 as a variable in the
Okay.
vars variable, and it'll
Okay.
give output one out one as a dataset name, right?
Okay.
With
Yeah.
mean equal to uh,
Median
median
equal to.
equal to with auto name. Okay, run.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is what happens in the first loop, right?
Okay.
Yeah. And again, second loop. So this is the first loop. And again, second loop will have Q2, here
Q2.
Q2, and here out
Out
2,
to.
right?
Yeah.
So we'll be getting two data sets, right,
Okay.
ma'am? So what are we using
Okay.
here? What kind of parameter are these?
We are giving keyword parameter.
Right, keyword parameter, because we are giving equal to. Okay,
Equal
parameter
to.
and equal to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Now clear, ma'am?
Yeah. Clear.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Next one. triangle. Set where list. Where is where list? I missed where list somewhere. Let's leave this out. This is another example. I don't have this where list right now. Okay. Uh, Next one. Data invalid lines, input condition. Okay. Yeah. So let's what is this here? Why is this in this macro without name? What happened? Why is only M shining, not the others? Happened? Just a moment, ma'am. I'm not sure what no, the reason for this. Why is this macro not shining up? Okay. Okay. Now it's fine. Yeah.
So what happened before? What
Um,
change you made?
I just made it to a smaller case. Okay, lower case. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is it case sensitive? We have to give small case only?
No. Not sure what the reason here. Some things. Yeah. Macro label I equal to 1 to n. Label condition I and. Okay, let's see this one. The simple call macro.
We have to give percentage label.
So these examples I got from different sources. Uh, let's see. Condition, no, condition doesn't work. We have, let me see, this works. What condition? Okay, let's try this one. So what are we doing here? We are mentioning 1 to 4. Person is label. Condition 1 equal to condition n. Put, okay. So what's there in this? Okay. No, I'll just look at this example, ma'am. I'll get back to you tomorrow on this. Not
Okay,
sure.
sir.
I mean, do we have any kind of situation here? Just a minute. Just a second. What happened? Okay. Just a second. Yeah. So on the label part, so this different one. Okay. No, let me get back to you with a better example, ma'am. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah. Yeah. So now all these examples, now I just fetched out with some other internet source.
okay.
It's a long. Okay. I'll just see a better example for label because normally personal label. So label, right? How do we, no, why do we use it?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
gives the descriptive information of a variable.
Right. 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 So we normally
Yeah,
we normally use it in in enclosed data step, right? So
yeah,
if you use personal label, it is something called uh, okay. So this is something which is used for graphical for in terms of it is used on the graphical interpretation. Okay, to
okay,
give some kind of a data in terms of to just alter some data in terms of on graphs. Okay. So no, let me just get with a better example on this.
okay,
Okay.
okay, sir.
Yeah. A second. If this becomes open code, then we are done. Yeah. Now it makes sense here. Okay, condition one in this way. Do one thing. I'll just write this particular data. Okay. And then call it here. Okay. Uh, I don't think this is a better example to show you, but still. So here, we're just showcasing how to use a macro inside a data step.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So here I just gave a simple example stating of put. Okay. Here our main motto is put statement. So how to print put statement
Okay,
in terms of this data, in terms of while executing this, because previously I just forgot to run this step because okay.
okay,
Yeah, that's the issue. So what happens here is, we are simply making sure. So we are inserting 4, right? So what happens? Do I equal
mm-hmm.
to n to 4? Do I equal to 1 to 4?
Wonderful. Yeah,
Yeah. So 1 to 4. So I mentioned label statement here, label condition COND. So condition, what is I ampersand I? Condition 1 equal to condition ID 1 in this way.
okay,
Okay. Condition ID 1, condition ID 2, condition ID 3, condition ID 4. And that's so no so that is what we mentioned in the label statement.
yeah,
Yeah. So there's something that just a second. Whenever we see to use sorry, yeah. No. Whenever we see to use how to use macros in terms in a data step. Okay, in this way, we can use it. Okay.
okay,
Okay. Yeah. So there's a simple illustration. I mean, it is nothing that it has some kind of information, but it just to showcase how we can also use macros, or we can even call macros inside a data step. Got it, ma'am?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, this proxy equal. Okay. Yeah. What happened? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So any questions ma'am, until now? So proxy equal, and
No,
I'll
it's
just
clear.
go through this while going through proxy equal.
Okay.
Okay. Clear, ma'am? Any no questions,
Yeah.
right?
No questions.
Okay. Then we'll meet tomorrow then. Yeah.
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 So tomorrow at what time?
No, I'm just thinking tomorrow. Okay, I'll just stop recording.